Hi, my name is Toni Rossi. I'm the Chief ESG Officer at Infrastructure Ontario. It's a fairly new role at IO, and from a leadership perspective, it's a strategic role that's integrating all of our lines of business to ensure we're thinking about our assets for the long term, we're thinking about our projects in the long term, we're investing in the right developments, and we're providing loans to where they're needed the most. So ESG for us is all about ensuring the long-term viability of infrastructure and real estate in the province of Ontario. I loved our session. I think the best part is having a group of experienced real estate industry leaders, but my favorite was also bringing in our young leader, up and coming, and the question that he asked, and hearing from where that future is going to be. And I'm so optimistic. Our future is bright with the fantastic young leaders we've got. From my perspective, the greatest opportunities are just the amount of infrastructure build that's going on. So from a real estate industry perspective, marrying all of the work that's happening both in the private sector, but certainly on the infrastructure build that IO is putting in the marketplace, transit, hospitals, new courthouses. It's a huge investment over the next 10 years of about $185 billion. And so to me, that's a bright, optimistic phase because it's bringing jobs to the marketplace and bringing the real estate developers together, even on our transit-oriented community opportunities. Yeah, I thought you have to start on an ESG or anywhere. We have to start with a baseline. We have to start with, in fact, knowing what it is that we want to do, have an aspiration of getting there. But in order to be able to get anywhere, you need to know your baseline information, your baseline data, your baseline opportunities to move better. So I think the industry is starting to do a great job in just, creating the box of what that baseline looks like, and then creating some grid milestones and objectives to keep measuring the progress of how we are doing on not just our environmental end, on our energy management, on our GHG, but also on things like equity, diversity, and inclusion, which is a big portion of the S of ESG, on our attainable housing, on our work for long-term care homes, as an example, on the ability to have infrastructure in play. And then the G is truly governing appropriately, making sure it's transparent, that we have ethics in place, that we all share our information so we can then get better both as an industry and as a society. So ESG, we have a pipeline of projects that we are starting and a pipeline of developments. But from my perspective, it's the existing portfolio of assets that we have that have some of the biggest opportunity, but also have the biggest challenges, because the paradigm of ESG is always about cost. Everything costs too much. We can't spend the money because it costs. And the paradigm shift, the challenge and the opportunity we have is shifting people's thinking back to a long-term perspective and taking that cost dialogue into an investment dialogue. And because we're in the real estate industry, we're here for the long term. And that ESG is here for the long term. It's an investment in our future.